What if a single battle held the key to the Greco-Persian Wars? Can a conflict from millennia ago still echo through the modern world? Today, we unravel a story etched in the annals of history, the story of the Battle of Ephesus. Welcome to Military History, where we dive into a new battle with every video. Today's episode takes us back to the ancient city of Ephesus, south of present-day Izmir, Turkey, and separated from Greece by the Aegean Sea, where a revolt would place into motion a series of events that would shape Western history. Let's step back in time and examine the battle. To truly understand the Battle of Ephesus, we must first explore the world in which it occurred. The 5th century BCE was a time of empires and city-states, of great leaders and greater ambitions. It was a world ripe for the outbreak of war. But what sparked the Ionian revolt leading to the Battle of Ephesus? Was it a desire for freedom or something more? The Ionian revolt was an uprising of Ionic Greeks against Persian rule, fueled by a desire for autonomy and democracy. Athens, a budding power in Greece, extended its support to their fellow Greeks in Ionia, setting the stage for conflict with the Persian Empire. This revolt was not an isolated incident. It was the precursor to the infamous Greco-Persian Wars. Think about the Battle of Marathon, Thermopylae, Plataea, and more, shaping Western civilization's course. Understanding this background sets a stage for the battle itself, a clash not just of armies, but of ideologies, with the future of the Greek world hanging in the balance. Stay with me as we delve into this ancient battle. The city of Ephesus, now bracing for battle with its coastal access to the Aegean, was situated in a strategic location that both Persia and Athens coveted. Its terrain, a mix of open fields and rugged hills, was to play a crucial role in the unfolding conflict. On one side, the Ionic Greeks, likely numbering in the thousands, supported by 20 ships from Athens, were outnumbered but determined. On the other hand, the formidable Persian forces were known for their wealth and might and likely numbered in the tens of thousands. As the clash began, using their knowledge of the local terrain, the Ionians launched surprise attacks. The Persians, however, countered with their cavalry, chariots, and famous archers. The Battle of Ephesus was not merely a confrontation of armies, but a clash of cultures and a fight for control over important waterways and ports. All empires seek to control the sea. Every battle has its heroes and its strategists. The Battle of Ephesus was no exception. Let's look at the key figures whose decisions and bravery shaped the course of this historic clash. On the Ionian side, figures like Aristagoras of Miletus stood out. Known for his persuasive leadership, Aristagoras was instrumental in igniting the Ionian revolt. His ability to rally the cities of Ionia against the Persian Empire was a testament to his foresight and his charismatic appeal. Opposing him from the Persian ranks was Darius the Great, a ruler marked by his expansive vision and desire to expand the already enormous Persian Empire. His insight and determination in quelling revolts were key to maintaining and expanding his empire. Imagine the different course history might have taken if Aristagoras had employed a different strategy, or if Darius had responded less forcefully. Hypotheticals like these offer interesting glimpses into how history may have otherwise played out. The actions and decisions of these individuals were not just part of the outcome of this one battle in Ephesus, but they do continue to resonate, capturing our imagination some 2,500 years later. In warfare, tactics and strategy are as important as the valor of the individual. At Ephesus, the vastly outnumbered Ionians had to think unconventionally in order to confront the Persians. The Ionians leveraged the rugged terrain around Ephesus to their advantage. They used guerrilla tactics, launching surprise attacks from the wooded areas and retreating before the Persians could effectively counter. This hit-and-run strategy aimed to disrupt the Persian formations and weaken their morale. The Persians, under the command of Darius, were accustomed to fighting on open plains and expected a traditional set-piece battle. They deployed their famed cavalry to outflank and quickly overwhelm the smaller Ionian forces. However, the dense terrain around Ephesus proved challenging for their horses, hindering their usual tactics. The Persians, typically effective in open combat, found their range and impact limited by the Ionians' use of terrain, vegetation, and their unwillingness to engage in more direct combat. The Ionians' mobility and knowledge of the local terrain were initially effective against the Persians' might and numbers. However, the overwhelming Persian army adapted, deploying their infantry to engage in close combat, reducing the Ionians' mobility advantage. These tactics and counter-tactics at Ephesus were a contest of tactical acumen, as each side continuously adapted to the other's moves. As the dust settled over Ephesus, the immediate consequences of the battle became apparent. The Ionian revolt, marked by the Battle of Ephesus, was a significant setback for the Ionians. It showcased the might of the Persian Empire, yet it also highlighted the resilience of the Greek city-states. In the long term, this battle and the revolt that caused it was part of and set the stage for the larger Greco-Persian Wars. These conflicts would shape the course of war in the ancient world from Marathon to Gaugamela. The immediate aftermath for the Ionians was devastating. Though there are no exact numbers of casualties for either side, the defeat led to significant losses in manpower and resources. It also resulted in harsher rule by the Persians, with increased taxes and stricter controls, further fueling resentment among the Ionian city-states and sympathetic Greeks. For the Persian Empire, the victory at Ephesus displayed military might, but it also exposed vulnerabilities. The Ionians' initial successes and unconventional tactics revealed limitations in the Persian military strategy, which Greeks would exploit repeatedly in future conflicts. The effects of Ephesus extended far beyond its immediate aftermath. The battle was a precursor to the full-scale Greco-Persian Wars. It ignited a spirit of resistance among the Greeks and showed that the Persian Empire was not infallible. The lessons learned on both sides during the Ionian Revolt influenced future engagements, from the legendary Battle of Marathon to the heroic stand at Thermopylae, and eventually to Alexander the Great's decisive victory at Gaugamela. In future videos, I will discuss the continued struggle for control in Ionic Greece and Darius' military reaction to Athens' support of Ionia's rebellion.